Hello and welcome to the channel. This is going to be the first episode of the new series of the Battle at the Bottom. It's just going to be with Goiás in Brazil for this season, so we'll dive into it here now. This episode will just be a sort of an introductory one. I've started on the screen for a reason. It's just what expectations you have. I can ignore these. There's nothing tactical in here, develop using the club's youth system, sign under the age of 23 and sign under the age of 20. So, that'll be alright. So, end of the current season, fight bravely against relegation, win the Goiás State Cup, which is favourite but they don't really care about, and reach the fourth round of the Copa do Brazil, which is fair enough. There's nothing too bad in there, So yeah, there's an introductory episode to this, which I'll link. So we've picked the team at the bottom, which is what we're doing the whole way through. But if we actually click on Goiás, this is their team apparently. Key player Tarau and hot prospect Miguel Figueira. There's a defensive midfielder. He's alright, nothing really special. And Tarau is our goalkeeper. He looks pretty good actually. So he does. Here on loan last season and then brought in permanently. He come from Serie D. Fuck, that's not a good team. But take a look at the rest of the squad with Tarau at 2.8 million. Gustavo Blanco, who's valued 2.4, and everybody else under $1 million. So we're not really going to pull up any threes here, so we're not. And tactically, I've went for this just to begin with. It's just to set us up solidly defensively, and these two centre backs already know each other apparently, so she get on fairly well. As things go, my idea is big lad up front. He's 6'2". He likes playing with his back to goal, so we'll try and use that to a bit of advantage. Just use him sort of as like a backboard. Just hit passes up to him and let him drop it off into these two. See how they get on. And maybe the playmaker or the box-to-box player gets up with them and get goals that way. But we're expecting to come last. And I think we're not going to do too well in this one, to be honest with you. I think the odds, if we look, I think are 2001 for us to win the league, and the next up's 900. So we're quite a bit worse than the next team. So see how far out. But we're expected to fight bravely in relegation. We're expected to win the Brazilian Goiás State Championship. Brazil has an odd thing. They do like a state championship. Every state has their own one. I think the state Sao Paulo's then has Sao Paulo, Flamengo, Fluminense, all they got. And then ours has piss all on it. I'll dip into it in a minute or two. But if we go back to tactics, we're set up to be solid defensively. Again, this Anchorman is not going to move too much. But if we look at the team report, my initial issue is right back. So everybody's 3.5 stars, so we're not too bad everywhere else. And then at right back, we're suddenly 2.5 star. Shadon's 2.5 star right back. He's an attacking midfielder, he's not going to be playing right back. So in reality, my backup right back is Iago Rocha, who is not good. So we'll see what we can do here. Brano actually looks alright as a fullback, but I can't help but think he's actually a defensive midfielder. So I'll see how that fares out. Maybe we can get something in, do something with this, make a bit of a difference with it. There seems to be a lot of players on loan here, which suggests finances are difficult, but no, they're 385,000 in the black, so we're alright with a decent enough transfer budget. With no wage budget so far as you can see. Maybe I can adjust that, can I? I can adjust that a wee bit, so we might get something out of there. I'm not saying Brano's a bad right back, but he's not overly spectacular, is he? If you had him at 20 and you'd go, there's something there to build on, but not as a starting player. So we'll see how that fares out. That's what I'm going to try and change. In terms of tactic and transfers. But check a bit more. The season, that's Goiás' second 11. That's just pre-season. But we'll just head straight into the state championship here, so there. And it's nothing. Can't really describe it as anything all in a fucking bollocks of a thing. For it's just a load of games. I don't even think I'll bother showing this, to be honest with you. For there's nobody really big in it. I think the only teams that are us, Atletico Goiás, who are in the A bracket, the A group, and Villanova are in Series C, but that's it. So it is. And there's another thing about this, which is apparently our fixtures are everybody else in the other group. So I don't know what way this actually works out. So probably not even going to bother showing it, since it's not really going to be competitive. The top 8 in the groups go into the quarterfinals, and then it's just normal. I think it's just 2-legged, quarterfinal, semi-final, and final. But I'd say I'll probably not even. I'll use this as like a pre-season sort of warm-up thing. But if we make the final, I'll show it. But that'll be it. Or if we have a semi-final again, Goiás or something, that'll be the only time I'll show it. So episode 2 will probably be the final of this, but that'll be it. But we're not going to pull up threes here, I don't think. The Brazil's just fucking mad in terms of cups, 80, 40, 20, 10. And suddenly there's like so there's a whole qualification stage from 80 teams right down to I think it's 5. And obviously like 11 teams who come into this randomly somehow. But we have to just bot our way through all this to even try and get a cup match. I'm going to focus on the league in this series, so probably won't even bother showing the cup, to be honest with you. Unless we get the final or something. But my plan is just to show a few bigger games here. So episode 2 will be the state final if we get to it. Episode 3 probably Santos wouldn't be a bad one. Right, there we are. Episode 9 is Atletico Goiás. Will contain Atletico Goiás anyway, so it will. So we'll see how we get on with it. But when we get to it, so this is it. It's just an introduction to what we're going through here now. This will be a bit shorter than all the other episodes, but I can't see us pulling up threes in this one. We'll give it a go. We should, as long as we don't embarrass ourselves here, I think I'll be alright. But so we'll see how we get on. During the series, other series in other countries, I have to think of a better way of saying that, but other countries might make it a bit better, make it a bit more likely to do something, but I don't think we're going to do a big lot here. There's a lot of big teams and us at the bottom, relying on the lone players. So I'm going to head away here, come back for hopefully the final of this Goiás State thing. So that'll be episode 2. So thanks for watching. Goodbye, good luck, and I wish you well.